Hey everyone, Pragmata might be the best looking games I've played, but there's a problem with ray tracing that you need to see before we jump in. The visuals, look, the game is incredible. Lighting, reflections, detail, it genuinely feels like next gen, and you can see that from the cinematic playing in the background. I think it kind of reminds me a bit of the opening scene from like Aliens, or maybe even Star Wars or something like that. It's absolutely stunning, and yeah, really impressed with it so far. The characters are great as well. So Hugh and Diana, who you can see on screen now, are yeah, really cool, good together. They're well scripted. I think it works well, but like I say, one of the things you'll see when we dive into it is the problem with ray tracing and path tracing. It's not a problem per se, but it's just something you've got to watch out for. So yeah, when we get into the gameplay, I'll try and show you some of that. But yeah, like I say, the cute little interactions between you and Diana is really cool, and the gameplay is excellent, which you'll see in a second. Once you get into the gameplay, everything holds up really well. So combat is solid, environments are detailed, and the scale really comes through. You've got to think about this game and the RE engine and how it operates, and yeah, I'm really impressed with it. What you will notice in the gameplay in the background is there is some boiling on the grid there and on the white surfaces. Now this is playing on an RTX 5080 with ray tracing enabled, not path tracing. And what I found is that with ray tracing only, you start to get trails and boiling. You can see in the arms and the legs, on some of the reflections here as well, in and around the video. As you dive into the gameplay as well, with the big boss fights, it does hold up. I really found that it works best when you've got ray tracing and path tracing enabled. This is the game running at 4K, but with just ray tracing enabled, what you have is those kind of trails, smudging and reflections and stuff like that. If you put path tracing on as well, you're looking at the game running at probably under and up to 100 FPS, and that's the problem with ray tracing enabled on this. You start to see the kind of noise or boiling effect on surfaces. Now if you switch to path tracing as well, it cleans things up massively, but the trade-off is the performance drop below 100 FPS, which is okay for a single player to a degree, but yeah, it's a compromise that some might not want to make, so you can switch them both off and get up to 140 160 FPS, and yeah, this is just path tracing on, no, this is just ray tracing on DLSS and frame gen 2.0 frame gen, and it looks okay. It's working okay. Reflections look good on the floor there. It's quite a high impact scene this, with that going on. The other thing I wanted to show you is just the difference in the gameplay. So if it was just a single player point and shoot game, it'd be quite boring actually, but the gameplay element, the hacking element, really brings it to life. Really makes you really concentrate, and I'm thankful that it is as slow as it is actually, because if it was any quicker, it'd be very difficult to comprehend. So this is standard mode, one of the big boss fights, and it's absolutely epic. So the verdict, yeah, this game Pragmata looks absolutely insane regardless of your settings. The engine works really well. If you're tweaking settings, it's definitely something to watch out for. You are going to compromise path and ray tracing. See the scene boiling there in the background, that's what it's talking about, in the puddles and stuff, like it's raining. I'm okay with that, I'm fine with it. It was just on one of the cutscenes, there was a bit of tracers, I'd call them, from the arms of Diana and one of the robots, and then as soon as I switched on path tracing, it sorted itself out, which was good. So look, in a nutshell guys, we're making our way through Pragmata. This is one of the big boss fights near the end of the second level. It's it's a cool fight to be in. It's quite difficult though, especially with the hacking and stuff like that. And more to come. We're going to be running a pure gameplay, no commentary video on level 3. It's like a jungly level, biodome level, just so you can see that. We'll probably have it on both modes, ray tracing and path tracing on, and then switch them both off as well, just to see what the difference is. But it'll be no commentary video anyway. So if you want to see full 4K gameplay, no commentary, that'll be up on the channel now. So go and check that out. In the meantime, enjoy the game. You know, get into it. It's absolutely stunning, and yeah, really done well. I think really done well. I'm not sure how the other graphics cards below 5080 will operate, but I've seen a few review videos and stuff like that on them, so there is some settings details out there and all that, and they still look pretty good as well. So yeah, don't sweat it, enjoy the game, get in there and buy it, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the hacking. That's probably the biggest thing about the game. It's not just a point and shoot game. You've got to understand the hacking and the nodes, the modes, and all that to be successful. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Thanks for watching, and hopefully catch you on the next one. Make sure you leave a like and a comment below. How are you playing? What's it looking like for you? Have you noticed this performance problem with path and ray tracing? Have you noticed any of the little boiling and raining in screen and stuff like that? And how are you putting up with it? Again, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.